What do you get with mortgage rates higher than expected for longer, as well as the Doge effect 2 years in, and the overseas conflict that changes faster than a baby's diaper? The numbers are in, the forecast has shifted a bit, but Northern Virginia still seems like a place that folks want to call home. Let's get into all of this now. According to the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors, in a partnership with the Center for Regional Analysis at George Mason University, they always meet together mid-year just to look at things where we've gone for the last 6 months and maybe update their projections about where the housing market will be for the rest of the year. But we got to keep in mind, from this analysis was that from December 2024 through April 2025, we had the Doge effect. And there was a loss of about 64,000 jobs around the DMV, not just Northern Virginia. And in the science and the tech area, there's around 38,000 jobs that were lost. So what we need to figure out is, how did that impact the housing market as where we are right now in 2026? So this cut that we saw did increase unemployment regionally to 3.9% as of April 2025. In Northern Virginia, we fared a little better. It was at 3.2% as of April 2025. So let's keep that in mind as we're looking at these numbers. I'm going to break down this forecast in different jurisdictions like Fairfax County, City of Alexandria, Arlington County, and just tell you what they're showing and projecting as we get through the rest of the year, because it's going to be really important if you are thinking about selling or buying this next 6 months. Let's talk about Fairfax County. Single-family homes median sales price is forecast to rise by 1.5% from 2025 to 2026, and the inventory will only rise by 0.3%. Townhomes median sales price is forecasted to rise 1.5%, as well as inventory level will rise by only 0.7%. Condos are forecasted to be flat, and inventory is forecasted to rise by 36.7% from 2025. Let's talk about Arlington County. Single-family home median sales price is forecast to rise 3.9% from 2025 to 2026, but inventory is projected to decline 7.3%. Townhome median sales price is forecasted to rise 2.3% from 2025 to 2026, with inventory levels essentially unchanged, up 0.2%. Condos are forecasted to rise 2.2% year over year, with inventory rising 28%. In the City of Alexandria, single-family home median sales price is forecast to rise 1.1% from 2025 to 2026, with inventory decreasing 9.1%. Townhomes median sales price is forecasted to rise 2.3%. That's the same as Arlington, and inventory rising 0.3%. Condo median sales price is forecast to increase 2.2% and inventory rising 31% year over year. Here's my take. Even with all the headwinds of the macro and microeconomic news affecting jobs, inflation, all of those things are important, but people are still making the decision to make Northern Virginia home. I mean, let's think about it. We have a very strong, robust job market in the private sector as well as the federal public sector jobs. We've got very good public and private schools. People are attracted to that. We have 2 airports here very close to each other. One can just fly domestically. DCA does have a few flights to Canada, but then you also have Dulles, which goes everywhere around the world. So very convenient to have 2 airports very close to each other. And not to mention all of the great parks, the recreation, rec centers, golf courses. There's a lot of things to like about this area, and you get to experience 4 seasons. I mean, I see why people love it. That's why our family has made Northern Virginia home as well. I know you hear it all the time to subscribe, like, comment, but I really do love to have comments back from our videos. So if you like what you hear, think it's been helpful for you in making decisions for yourself, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. I would love to hear your feedback. So how do we do in June 2026? You're gonna hear a lot of things on the local news as well as national news that really don't make a lot of sense compared to what we're seeing in the marketplace here in Northern Virginia. And what I don't like about some of those numbers that they shoot out on the news is that they're talking about every type of home type. They put them all together from your single family, townhomes, condos, and they put it all together and they say these averages, and they discuss like median days on market and declines or increases in sales price. And really, that doesn't really help you much. You need to talk about your type of home. So I'm going to talk about things from your type of home, single family home, townhouse, condo. And that way we get a better picture of where the market is trending. That will help you, and that helps our clients as well. In the region that covers the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors, single family homes led the charge with 977 sales in June. That's 14.7% more than June 2025. The median sales price was $1,070,000 with a median days on market of 6. And as far as pricing trends, it's 1.9% higher than June 2025. As you can see from that graph, we had a really high run up in spring with sales prices. And then right now we're starting to see a little bit of a decline. I'm not sure if that is just a summer lull, but we're going to track that over the next few months to see if that continues. And then if we look at the data over several years, we'll always see that that spring market is usually quite strong. So let's keep an eye on the single family homes and see if this is just a little lull in the summertime with a decline in sales price. Townhomes had 469 sales, which is up 4.9% from June 2025. The median sold price was $675,000 with a median days on market of 7 days, with prices trending 2.2% lower than last June. Starting in April this year, you can see from that graph that there was starting to be a decline in the median sold price. That is quite interesting because I would still consider the April, May, June to be part of your spring market. And so that is something we need to watch and see if this continues on the trend, if there's a prices slowing down in the townhouse market. Keep an eye on it over the next few months and I'll keep tracking it as well. Condos had 473 sales, which is down 13.7% from a year ago. However, the median sales price was $418,500, which is 6% higher from last June, and the median days on market was 17. This is another housing type that needs to be watched. Here's the thing, we're starting to see that there are buyers that are considering townhomes because they don't have this high condo association fee, but then they look at the condo price and they start seeing that there's a big gap in that. And so you got to budget and figure out, is it worth buying the condo and adding the condo association fee? And let me remind you, some of those can be low. They can be $250, $300 a month, but then there's some that can go way above $1,000 a month. So what does that include? If it includes all your utilities, fitness center, pool, billiards, parking, close metro access, all of those things are saying lifestyle. And if there are more folks thinking about lifestyle and how they can get all of those amenities in one building, I can see the condo market, especially if the pricing makes more sense with the interest rates, I could see condos seeing a little bit of an increase over the next few years. So we'll keep a watch. It's been a wild ride this year, and I feel like I keep saying that every year over the last 5-6 years, and that's okay. But here's my goal. My goal is to make sure that our clients and friends like you are getting the right information to bring clarity, structure, and strategy to make great decisions on real estate goals and confident about it going forward. I hope that's been helpful to you. Until next time.